Hi everyone, Teacher Laura here. Today we're going to talk about coherence. This is in your book, and we'll do the activities in the book in the next couple of videos. But this first video is just talking about coherence and what does that mean. So you can see here we have a picture of two hands and two puzzle pieces, and one of those represents the ideas in the author's mind, the person writing, and the other puzzle piece is what the reader understands. And we want to connect those pieces so that as readers we understand what is the writer trying to say, and when we are writing, we try to think about how to explain our ideas so that the reader understands. So let's take a look here. What is coherence? We say a text is coherent. That's an adjective. It describes the text. A text is coherent, or a text has coherence. That's the noun. When, firstly, the ideas are organized in a logical way. So it could be a problem that is presented. The author tells you a problem and then presents solutions. How can we solve this problem? Solution 1, Solution 2, Solution 3. It could be we're discussing the pros and cons, the positives and the negatives, the pluses and the minuses, the good things and the bad things about a topic or a subject. Or we could be looking at cause and effect. This thing happened, therefore, as a result, this other thing happened. So those are just some examples of ways you might organize your ideas in a logical way. Secondly, a text is coherent when the reader can understand how the ideas are connected. So if you're the writer and you organize your writing in a logical way, that's wonderful. But it's no good if the reader can't understand how you've organized it, if they can't make sense of your thinking. So, as we're reading, we want to think about this. How did the author, the writer, organize their ideas, and how can we understand them? And this is the same way when we're writing or speaking. We want to organize our ideas in a way that the reader or the listener can understand. So this is all about clear communication. Okay, so how do writers connect ideas? How do they show this connection to the reader? Sometimes it's a mystery, and this is a skill that we get better at. We get better as readers, and we get better as writers doing this. So in our book, they talk about 4 different ways that the author can show how ideas are connected or organized. So we're going to look at these 4. Number 1, repeating keywords or phrases, usually the topic. Number 2, using synonyms. Synonyms are words that are similar, almost the same meaning. Number 3, using pronouns like he or she or him or they or these or those. And number 4, using transitional or connecting words and phrases like in addition, also, however, furthermore, nevertheless, and, but, or. Okay, let's take a look at an example paragraph. So in this paragraph, I've used repeated words or phrases, and you can see them underlined. So I've used the word drones 3 times because this whole paragraph is about drones. When I'm writing, I want one main idea per paragraph. So this whole thing is about drones. So let's take a look. Read along with me. Drones are used to deliver vital, that's important, medicines and other supplies to clinics in remote areas, that's very far away, because these flying machines do not rely on roads or traditional delivery systems. They are also affordable to buy and operate. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. What is the purpose of this paragraph? Am I saying positive things about drones or negative? Positive, right? They're affordable to buy and operate. Once purchased, drones can be used effectively for many years by countries and charities with small budgets. That means with very little money. So that's positive. They can even operate in war zones where it is too dangerous for aid workers to make deliveries. So that's another positive. As a result, many lives can be saved in developing countries, where drones, not traditional vehicles, are the transportation method of choice. So another positive, we're saving lives. It is hoped that unmanned aircraft, that means drones, will be used for many other purposes in the future. So this is definitely a positive, pros, enthusiastic paragraph about drones. And I've used the word drones 3 times. Drones, drones, drones. Okay, so number 1, authors use repeated key words or phrases to help the reader to know what we're talking about, the topic, and to stay focused on that one topic. Okay, so do you see synonyms here? I've written drones are used to deliver vital medicines and other supplies to clinics in remote areas because these flying machines do not rely on roads. So I've used the synonym flying machines instead of drones, but we're still focusing on the same topic. And then down at the bottom, I've written, it is hoped that unmanned aircraft, that's a synonym for drones, will be used for many other purposes in the future. Again, I'm focusing on the same topic to let my readers know that we're still talking about the same thing. Okay, using pronouns. All right, I have these flying machines, and I have they. What does they mean? They can even operate. What can operate in war zones? Drones. Yeah, so I'm using the word drones, I'm using synonyms, and I'm using pronouns. A pronoun is a word that stands in the place of a noun, like they, them, these, it. Okay, now the last one, that should be number 4, apologies. The last one is actually the most important, and it's the most complicated and advanced. But you are advanced learners, so we are going to focus on these words, using transitions and connecting words. Hopefully you're starting to use them in your writing, and you're starting to notice them when you read. So we're going to read it one more time. This time we're going to focus on these transition words and figure out how do they help us connect these ideas. They're going to help us see the relationship between ideas. Okay, here we go. Drones are used to deliver vital medicines and other supplies to clinics in remote areas. Why? Because, so this is cause and effect. Because tells us cause and effect. Why do they do this? Because these flying machines do not rely on roads or traditional delivery systems. Okay, in many countries, they don't have reliable roads. So that's why drones are used. They are also tells me extra information, more information in addition. So here I have a list of positive things. They are also affordable, that means cheap, to buy and operate. Once purchased, drones can be used effectively for many years by countries and charities with small budgets. They can even, now even is used for emphasis to say, wow, this is kind of amazing or interesting. They can even operate in war zones where it is too dangerous for aid workers to make deliveries. So it's giving me another positive use of drones for my list, but it's saying, wow, this one is really extraordinary. As a result, therefore, again, we've got cause and effect. So what is the effect of using drones? Many lives can be saved in developing countries, where drones, not traditional vehicles, are the transportation method of choice. Therefore, now I have another result. I have a chain of things. right? Because drones are so good, they're affordable, they're cheap, we can use them in war zones and places without roads. As a result, many lives are saved. As a result, therefore, it is hoped that unmanned aircraft, that's drones, will be used for many other purposes in the future. So as you're reading, you want to be stopping and looking at those words. Those words should jump out at you on the page. And we should start to begin to think as we read, what are the relationships between these ideas? So this helps me to understand. I can understand the ideas are organized like this. Drones are useful because, and I have a list, they do not rely on roads, they are cheap, and they can operate in a war zone. Now, I have some cause and effect there as well, right? I have my list, but I also have cause and effect. They are cheap, therefore, the effect is that they are affordable for charities in developing countries. And because of all these positives, the effect is that drones may be used more in the future. All right, you guys, that's it. That's the end of our first video. You need to write down elephant. Okay, text me elephant, and I will know that you have watched this video. Awesome, everybody. Stay tuned and click video 2 and 3.